This story coming out of Florida, it's very short, but it's very impactful because we're talking about this thing and this word, and this might be the theme of this month, which is babies for benefits. Hashtag babies for benefits is a phrase that I created because I believe that there are too many people out there who only either have or get custody of children, like I believe this person did, to only take advantage of them, right? And what she did absolutely deserves a life sentence. To put children in the worst position possible is inexcusable, and I don't think anybody should be making excuses talking about their mental health or anything like that. All right, let's go. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And I'm getting this from news4jax.com. So thank you for the article. An Ohio mother of 3 is now facing 3 counts of child abuse after a Nassau County deputy said that she left her, and that's a her, I'm sorry. I am sorry, but does that look like a her to y'all? I honestly believe, I was like, I wonder what this young man did to these kids. That's literally what I thought. I'm just like, goodness gracious, man, if you didn't have a stronger face, old Clado looking face, like your face was carved out of wood. That looks like a dude, a guy, right? I did not know initially that this was a woman until I read the article. I was like, well, damn, I guess so. Nonetheless, allegedly 44 years old, by the way, this person left her 3 young children by themselves at a Florida welcome center. So with Tanya Perez being 44 years old, I'm wondering how many of y'all are going to come out and say that this person, when she was young, yous don't know what she was going through. And her mental illness, y'all, she was mentally ill and she didn't have no support. Her family wasn't there, y'all. Anybody want to come up with an excuse for this? Listen to how stupid this story is. Out of Ohio is where she's from, but this was in Yulee, Florida. Tanya Perez, 44 years old, of Ohio, was extradited to Florida Wednesday when she was arrested on a warrant for child abuse. The charges stem from an incident in March of last year after a Nassau County deputy warned Perez not to leave her 3 children at the Florida Welcome Center on Interstate 95, which is just south of Florida-Georgia state line. All 3 of the children were under the age of 13 years old, which I think it makes it worse, and I think that means you need even more time in prison. It should be worse. Now, according to the arrest warrant affidavit on March 22nd of 2023, and y'all wonder why was it that long ago? Jay normally does more recent stories. She just got arrested. All of this is just now starting to come out because she ran and she hid and she was ducking the laws, ducking the law, ducking the law. Nassau County deputy was dispatched to the Welcome Center for a wellness check after Perez's estranged sister in Kissimmee, Florida, told authorities that she received a text message from Perez stating that Perez was traveling to Florida from Ohio with her 3 children ages 9, 10, and 12 years old. She said she feared her sister was going to leave the children at the Welcome Center by themselves and then drive back to Ohio. The warrant states that when the deputy arrived at the Welcome Center, he located Perez's SUV with her and the children still inside. According to the deputy, the children appeared to be okay. And I want y'all to keep in mind, he found them. Now listen at this. News4Jax crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney weighed in on the incident. Things could have happened to the little ones that were there without food, money, or the ability to care for themselves, he said. The warrant also states that the deputy explained to Perez while he was called to the welcome center to conduct a welfare check and asked if she was going to wait at the center until her sister arrived to take the children. The deputy said Perez told him she was going to wait. Hours after the deputy left the welcome center, 911 dispatch received a call about Perez's 3 young children sitting in the welcome center lobby by themselves with their bags. Those are not the kids, but that is to symbolize the kids, which is why we didn't show their faces. That's not the kids, but it's just to kind of give you an idea of how sad and scary that is. She asked the employee if it was okay to leave them there for a little while, which is a red flag. She came in and talked to one of our representatives and asked if she could leave the kids. They would only be here for a few minutes, a Welcome Center employee told News4Jax. According to the warrant, the oldest child told the deputy that her mom said she had to go and then left them alone with no cell phone to contact a relative and no money to purchase food. We ended up calling the sheriff's office. We felt so bad for them, the employee said. Nobody came for the kids. These little kids by themselves had suitcases, and it was insane. Authorities eventually got in touch with the children's biological father, who said Perez had full custody of the children and that he was not aware that she and the children had moved to Ohio. Y'all know where I'm going with this, right? We'll read that again. They got in touch with the biological father because clearly somebody was in the mood to have sex with this person. Not once, not twice, but at least 3 times that we know of on record, and produced 3 children. And they got into contact with this person who had full custody of these kids. And he said that he was not made aware that she had moved to Ohio. So here's the crazy part. People like this who have babies for benefits will give their children to anybody. They will give their children to the system. They will give their children to a fire station. They will give their children to police. They'll give their children to family members. They'll give their children to their boyfriends. They will give their children to the cartels. They will give their children to sex traffickers. They will give their children to anybody on planet Earth except, the biological parents. Ain't that a bitch? If y'all agree with me, please hit that thumbs up. Share this video. They will go out of their way to give their children to anybody except the person who helped and gave the seed to create these kids, which makes more sense to give the children to the biological father. And thank y'all for hitting that heart emoji. Thank you. I seen that, right? These people who not only helped create the kids, who are probably willing to accept the kids in if you give up custody, right? But statistics actually prove, even if he is a single father, that single fathers, by record, by statistic, do pretty damn good by their children. How about that? Statistics actually prove that single fathers do pretty good by the kids. So why is it that they go above and beyond to avoid the man who is right in front of their face to give the custody to them, which the kids will probably be safer, rather than giving your kids up to the Florida Welcome Center and just said fuck it and left them? Oh, I would love for some apologists to come out and explain that. That's why this is actually my second feature story, because you had to go above and beyond stupid. That's another hashtag of the AFC. Let's write that down. If somebody's out there taking notes, let's take notes. It's starting to get a little warm in here. These people want to go. I'm going to write that down. I like that. I'm saving that. These people go above and beyond stupid. If y'all not going to write it down, I'm going to write it down. That's going to be a new hashtag. I'm seriously writing this down. These people go above and beyond stupid. Bing! How about that? Because how else can you explain this? The apologists who want to tell me that eyes don't know what she was going through and email me and leave all these stupid ass comments trying to explain her reasoning for doing this. They quote, "What's going on with this mom's mind to leave her 3 children here on this very recognizable corridor that has been known for years as a hub for human trafficking?" Do y'all think that she got paid money, babies for benefits, cha-ching, to leave those kids there and to be picked up and be taken off into sex trafficking and then act like she don't know what happened? Let me say that again. What's going on with this mom's mind to leave her 3 children on this very recognizable corridor that has been known for years as a hub for human trafficking? And you went out of your way to take your kids to this place. It's one thing to abandon your kids. It's another thing to abandon them where they may become victims of something else, sex trafficking. That's what we know it is. Days after the children were left by themselves, a warrant was issued for Perez's arrest. A Nassau County Sheriff's Office spokesperson told News4Jax it took this long to arrest Perez because authorities could not find her. Perez was booked into the Nassau County Jail on a $300,000 bond. Why give her a bond at all? If you give her anything, you should have gave her $1 million bond. But before we get into the details, let me give you a disclaimer before I show you the news videos. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. See, here's the thing, Christy. You said she's hoping a predator was around. No, I believe that she knew that there was somebody supposed to be coming to pick these kids up. And I don't think it was her sister. I don't think it was her sister at all. I think that is made up. And I think that it was a sex trafficker that was supposed to come pick the kids up. And they were probably scared because she probably told them, hey, I think the police have been out here, or the police have been out here. You might want to watch yourself. So I think that she tipped them off, which is why the kids didn't get picked up. Y'all do me a favor and hit that thumbs up and share this story so more people can see it, because otherwise the story would have got just swept right under the rug.
Tonight on the 10 o'clock news, this Ohio mother is now sitting in a Nassau County jail cell. Deputies say she left her 3 young children by themselves at a Florida welcome center. An employee who was there when it happened is speaking with News4Jax.
I cannot even begin to imagine a mother dropping her children off at a welcome center.
Hey, that mom is now facing 3 counts of child abuse.
She was captured by authorities in Ohio, then extradited to Florida. News4Jax reporter Eric Avignon joins us live with more on this case. Eric.
Well, Joy, that incident happened back in March of last year when authorities say the mom and her 3 children drove down here to Florida from Ohio. Now, they say that it took this long to arrest the mom because they had a difficult time trying to find her. Investigators say that on the morning of March 22nd of last year, a Nassau County deputy was dispatched to this Florida welcome center to conduct a welfare check on 44-year-old Tanya Perez and her 3 young children. The welfare check came after 911 dispatch received a call from Perez's sister in Kissimmee, who told authorities her estranged sister was traveling to Florida with her kids and that she feared her sister would leave the children by themselves at the...
Her estranged sister, when the biological father was right there, to the point that you could have got in touch with him. The news did, but your estranged sister. Don't that sound like bullshit? What do y'all want to bet that that estranged sister don't even exist? why would you leave your kids with an estranged sister, which means you don't know her and don't know what the hell she on, haven't done any research to know what a house looked like, what she got going on, or anything like that? Does that not sound hella suspicious? It sounds like a lie to me.
Welcome center and then traveled back to Ohio. When the deputy arrived, he located Perez and her 3 children in their parked SUV. He explained to Perez why he was here conducting a welfare check. Investigators say Perez assured the deputy that she would stay with the children until her sister picked them up. But hours after the deputy left the welcome center, employees here had to call 911 after they realized Perez had left her 3 children here by themselves and never came back. An employee who asked that we not use her name on air says she was here when it happened. She says after the deputy left, Perez ran inside with the kids and asked if it would be okay if she could leave the children inside the building for a few minutes. The staff agreed to watch the kids as long as it would only be for a few minutes. But minutes turned into hours, and then
We ended up calling the sheriff's deputy and, or some of the reps here did, and it was.
Now, I'm just curious for those listening right now. There's a commentary channel. That's why I keep stopping the video. Because if y'all came to watch the news, then just go watch the news. This ain't a news channel. It's a commentary channel. But nonetheless, don't y'all think that they waited way too long talking about a couple of hours and then they called the police? The second that she left those kids there, I would have been 911, what is your emergency? Yeah, this manly looking woman said that she was going to leave her kids here for a few minutes. I know she just left like 15 seconds ago, but I still want y'all to get down here and come check on these kids because I think she's about to abandon these kids and she ain't coming back. And she already, yep, she just left the parking lot. Yep, she's driving out in a SUV or whatever the hell the car is. Yeah, I think y'all might want to come on down here. Yeah, I know she left just about, it's now been about 27 seconds ago. Not 2 hours. What the boy? What? 2 hours? 2 hours? Are you guys not parents? Are y'all that level of dumb? These people have to be above and beyond stupid. 2 hours, really? Come on, man. Y'all can't be that level of dumb.
Just, I mean, you felt so bad for them.
Did anyone come for the kids?
No, nobody came for the kids. And they had these, think about this. Here,
I'm telling y'all, I would have gave her 13, 15 seconds. The second you would have walked past the threshold of that door, bloop, 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 bloop. 911, what is your emergency? I would have been on snitching. I'm snitching. Screw you. I'm not giving you a moment. I'm snitching.
here they are, these little kids, and there's bags. I mean, just suitcases.
And they're just
all
by
around
themselves.
By themselves. It was insane.
No cell phone to contact
No,
a relative, no
nothing.
money to purchase food. So you guys
No.
actually fed them.
Yeah.
People that do this really truly need to be held responsible.
Retired JSO Director of Investigations turned News4JAX crime and safety analyst Tom Hackney says a welcome center on I-95 is the worst place for children to be left unattended because the I-95 corridor is known for human trafficking.
Unknown things going to happen to her little ones that are there without food, without money, without the ability to care for themselves. It's one thing to abandon your kids, but it's another thing to abandon them where they may become victims of something else.
These kids somebody could have grabbed them. Anybody can come. You don't know who's going to walk in here and what their intentions are.
Now, investigators say the mom drove back to Ohio after leaving her kids here in Florida. It's unclear if those kids are now with their biological father or another relative, or if they are in protective custody still at this point. Their mom remains in the Nassau County Jail on a $300,000 bond. Reporting.
Well, yes, and bloop, 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 bloop. Yes, yes, indeed. I'm going to tell y'all, you say there's a good thing that they fed the kids. I'm going to tell y'all something. I would have caught them police so fast they wouldn't have had time to swallow any of their food before the police got there. I would have called and snitched so fast. They wouldn't have had time to place an Uber Eats order. They wouldn't have had time to go to McDonald's across the street. Even if it was in the next center over, I would have been on the phone with the police so damn fast. That's ridiculous. They would have been getting food after the police got there. But nonetheless, I just think that our parental instincts need to be heightened just a bit more than that to realize after 2 hours, now it's time to call the damn authorities. But nonetheless, this type of person didn't care whether her children lived or died. You should have just gave them to the biological father, but why didn't you? It's beyond me. But nonetheless, I hope he gets custody and I hope he does right by those kids, because if he don't and he end up on my channel, on my show, we're going to be advocating for a life sentence for people who hurt, murder, and abuse and put children in these type of positions. I think they need maximum life sentences, okay? But thank y'all for listening. Do me a favor, make this story go viral. Thank you.